What you're telling about before the independence, yeah?
Yes.
That Dullah Omar was arrested and for 3 months and no tablet given.
No.
And I heard that when Mandela got released, he came to one of your Isa Musa house.
My house.
Farida
He
Straight.
stayed by my house. He stayed with my house. Because when he was, we talk about Nelson Mandela now?
Yeah, Nelson Mandela.
No, when he was released,
Release.
no, before he was released, I was assigned in 1986
Yeah.
to take Winnie Mandela
Yeah.
to take her to her husband for his visits.
Yeah.
And all the other communities that Nelson Mandela asked to have him visited.
Yeah.
So I was assigned to take all these visitors from the airport and take them to Victor Stay, which is about 60 miles away from the airport.
Yeah.
I have to take them. And both of them stayed overnight stayed at our house to have another visit the next day.
Okay.
But then when Winnie Mandela came for the first time in 1986, I was supposed to fetch her. So I went to fetch her. When I came there, I saw this beautiful woman coming towards me. Because that's the first time. Now she stayed in Johannesburg, I stayed in Cape Town. We haven't met yet. And then I saw this beautiful woman coming to me. And I said, you must be Winnie. And we just grabbed each other. And meantime, a whole row of police were standing there waiting for Winnie Mandela. And they took a photo of me and Winnie hugging each other.
Is it?
Yes.
Right. So when Nelson Mandela released from, is he Robben Island or somewhere?
No, from Victor Verstappen. He was in Robben Island for 20 years.
20 years.
And then for 6 years he was in Victor Verstappen prison.
Yeah.
No, first to Portsmouth prison for a few years,
Yeah.
and then he was taken to
3 years in
Yeah.
it.
3 years
So-
Victor Verstappen prison.
So I heard that when he released from the prison, he straight went to either your house or Isa Umar house,
No,
your house.
yes.
Then he had a shower and he come out of public or something. It's not like that. It's not true.
He got lost. I think the crowd was too big.
It was too big.
The
He
crowd
got
was
lost.
too big and he got
Crowd was
scared.
too big and lost
Yeah,
myself.
then he came to FT
Auntie
and
Farida and we were at the city hall.
That's right.
We were waiting for him in the mayor's room. It's a massive room. And then Trevor Manuel and them brought him from the back in.
No. When Nelson Mandela was released, the day before, we heard the good news that he was going to be released. So my husband and the top 6 of the ANC,
Yeah.
their people had a very big meeting at our house.
Yeah.
And then my husband said to my daughter, you stay at the phone and answer the phone, whoever phone said, Papa is not available.
Right.
Or Papa is busy. And then she did her work very well. She was a 6-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And then she did her work very well. And then every time somebody phoned, my papa's busy, you can't talk to him now.
Okay.
You must phone again.
But,
This is what my daughter said. She's a 6-year-old daughter. And then a man phoned and he insisted he wants to speak to Mr. Dullah Omar. So she said, but my papa is very busy. You can't speak to him. No, he said, you must please call him. I want to talk to him. Tell him I'm George Bush.
Oh my God.
Yes. And then he stayed on the other. Please call your papa. And now she's holding the phone. Papa's meeting on the other side of the house. And she's shouting, Papa, this man wants to speak to you. Do you want to speak to him? He says his name is George Bush. Do you know him? She's shouting from one side to the other.
my God.
And my husband just ran out and said, okay, don't worry, I'll speak to him. And then he spoke to him. George Bush wanted to know.
so in the
President
middle
of
Nelson
America.
Mandela.
President of America.
George Bush, but that's the senior one, eh?
Senior one.
Yeah, the senior one.
That
Oh
was
my
the day
God.
before.
That was the day before he was
But
revealing.
then I heard that Nelson Mandela, when he was going to form a government, he phoned Dullah and said, you're going to be...
Justice Minister. He was the
Dullah
first
was
minister.
at the supper in the Highlands. We had a supper that
That's
night.
right.
We got a call
So
there.
they
He was
called.
sitting-
Yes.
And he had a phone call.
Dada kept quiet. I think Farida knew about it.
I knew because he told me already.
That
But
is-
he didn't know.
There will be a law
He
minister
will be the Minister of
in the
Justice.
first government.
Yes.
But then he was a...
But also after that, he was a minister for about 2 months.
2 months.
And then Mandela had to go away abroad to some other country.
Yeah.
And the clerk was the deputy president that time.
Okay.
So he was also out of the country.
Okay.
Yes, so they were both out of the country. And then that night, a call came from Johannesburg for me to ask me where is Dullah. That was 12 o'clock in the night.
Okay.
It was Jake Scherwell, who was his advisor, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he phoned to ask me, Farida, where is Dullah? And I want to speak to Dullah. I said, I'm sorry, Dullah is not here. He's in Johannesburg. But he asked me, why is he in Johannesburg? I said, no, he's at the meeting there. So he said to me, okay. So I said, but it's so late. Why you want to phone? I said, I've got good news, but please don't say anything yet. Mandela wants Dullah to be the acting president. I said, what? The acting president, because he's out of the country for 6 days. So I said, I can't believe it. And I started laughing. So this man said, stop laughing like that. Just give me the number with Dullah. I must phone him, because he's going to be president from now.
So Dullah Omar was acting president of South Africa.
The first Muslim president of South Africa.
Alhamdulillah. And he was one of us.
It was one of ours. And it
My
was president in our
God.
home.
What a big news. Huh? What a wonderful news.
Beautiful news.
So your daughter,
Puzzling,
that time 6-year-old,
Yes.
where is she now?
She is our advocate.
She's advocate.
Yes.
Inshallah, I'll meet her next time.
Inshallah. Her name is also Fazlin, my mother's name.
Oh,
And my
Alhamdulillah.
sister's name was also Fazlin, because Dullah was very fond of the sister of mine. So he gave my sister's name Fazlin. So I said, no, that's my granny's name. So he said, no, I don't know your granny. I want this name, baby, to be my Fazlin. So she's Fazlin now.
MashaAllah, we are very, very happy and touched of this story.
Thank you.
And Allah Pak accept all the good deeds done by Dullah Omar and Isa Musa and all of you
Thank you very much,
and everybody. And we pray that one day, that dreams can come true, that this world can be a peaceful world and everybody
That's what
can
we
live happy,
need.
happy.
That's what we need, a peaceful world.
Inshallah. And we are all trying for that. And we're praying for
and
that.
that's what we do every day for that.
So you are, because a woman is been in a history of South Africa and the world knows about it. So you are one of our idol or icon or hero or something in the family.
That's something
And
very
inshallah,
special
alhamdulillah,
also.
we are...
Something very special.
Farida Omar has always been a freedom fighter for the community and the people of South Africa. And
Mashallah.
she still is.
and still is.
But something very special also happened when I was I was young, I wasn't married. My sister is very, very involved in politics. This is my elder sister, it's twins, Fatima and Rahima. So Rahima stayed in Johannesburg, Fatima stayed in Durban. So Rahima was in the Communist Party that time.
Yeah?
Fatima was in the ANC that time, but the husband was an ANC comrade. But now Rahima was asked when in 1955,
55.
when we have this very big march about the women that's supposed to wear passes, black women must also wear passes, and they had a very, very big meeting in Johannesburg. Now my sister stayed in Johannesburg, and then there were 5 women that were asked to lead the march of 20,000 women.
20,000.
And my sister was one of the women who led the march.
Oh,
It was
mashallah.
an Indian woman, an African woman, a white woman, and a colored woman, and another African woman.
So, because you were involved in this freedom fighter and all the activities, you must have met so many times Ahmed Kathrada,
Yes, many times.
Dadu, Yusuf
Many times.
Dadu,
Because
and
I was young when I met
Fatima.
Fatima Mir and all of them.
So you all with
We
them,
were all-
top
Yes.
top people of
Yes,
South Africa.
One more thing she can say to you,
Uh,
that Dullah Omar, our martyr in South Africa, had a state funeral as a Muslim.
yes, he did.
So yeah, Dullah Omar passed away as a transport minister.
Yes.
But he was in the government. He was a minister when he passed
he
away.
passed away.
So he had a
State funeral.
state funeral.
Yes, Thabo Mbeki was the minister, the president of South Africa.
So-
and he gave Dullah a state funeral.
So state funeral, to receive a state funeral as a Muslim, as a minister, and as from our Dayadra village of
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
And do you know how many people attended?
There were so many people.
How many people?
I don't know, I was in my
Hundreds
English.
of thousands of
Thousands of
persons.
people.
Thousands of people attended.
All
yeah?
colors.
All colors
All
came.
colors.
eh?
All colors.
I was happy to see the Saturday function, the crowd, the people. It was all color.
All colors.
All
coming to
color.
meet me.
Everybody was shoulder to shoulder.
It's the Rainbow Nation.
This is a rainbow nation. Alhamdulillah. I'm
And
very,
I was
very
close to
happy.
all of them.
Inshallah.
still is.
We'll make sure the one day we'll pray that one day this world is a rainbow.
Inshallah.
And everybody
Blessed
live
by
together.
the name.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Jazakallah shukran.